DIY Cottagecore Spring Decor. Vintage farmhouse ideas for a cozy home. Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to Decorillo, your cozy corner for all things home and design. I'm Emma, and today, I'm beyond excited to take you on a journey into the dreamy world of DIY Cottagecore Spring Decor. If you adore the charm of vintage farmhouse aesthetics and want to bring that storybook warmth into your home, you're in the right place. With the soft whispers of spring at our doorstep, it's the perfect time to refresh our spaces with delicate florals, antique treasures, and handmade accents that feel like a gentle embrace. Let's step into a world where the past and present intertwine, where every corner tells a story, and where your home becomes a haven of comfort and nostalgia. Grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's create something beautiful together. Imagine waking up in a sun-drenched room, where soft linen curtains flutter gently in the breeze, and the scent of fresh lavender fills the air. This is the essence of cottagecorean aesthetic that celebrates the beauty of simplicity, nature, and vintage charm. To bring this vision to life, start with soft, muted tones, warm whites, sage greens, and delicate blush pinks. These colors form the perfect foundation for a dreamy, lived-in space. Layer in natural textures like weathered wood, ruffled cotton, and aged metal to evoke the nostalgia of a countryside cottage. A thrifted wooden bench by the window, adorned with embroidered cushions, instantly transforms your space into a quaint, welcoming retreat. No cottagecore home is complete without an array of florals. Whether fresh, dried, or faux, flowers breathe life into a space and connect us to nature's effortless beauty. A simple DIY project to try is a pressed flower frame. Gather wildflowers, press them between pages of a book, and display them in an antique-style frame. This delicate, time-honored craft adds a touch of timeless romance to your walls. Additionally, mason jars filled with wildflower bouquets or tiny ceramic vases holding hand-picked blooms make charming centerpieces for your kitchen table or bedside stand. Remember, the beauty of cottagecore decor lies in its imperfections. The slightly uneven bouquet or a weathered frame only adds to the charm. Speaking of charm, let's talk about vintage farmhouse furniture. If you have an old wooden table or a worn-out cabinet, don't discard it, restore it. A little sanding, a coat of soft pastel chalk paint, and some distressed finishing will give new life to a forgotten piece. Adding antique-style hardware, like ceramic knobs or brass handles, can elevate the look instantly. If you're lucky enough to find an old hutch at a flea market, use it to display your favorite vintage teacups, glassware, or hand-painted dishes. These small details transform everyday spaces into a heartwarming homage to the past. Now let's wander into the kitchen, the heart of any cozy home. Cottagecore kitchens thrive on rustic, handmade details. Open wooden shelves adorned with ceramic pitchers, vintage spice jars, and copper cookware create a nostalgic and functional aesthetic. A simple DIY project to try is creating a linen bread bag. Sewing a small drawstring pouch from soft linen and embroidering a simple floral motif adds a handmade touch to your daily bread storage. Hang a bunch of dried herbs, lavender, rosemary, or thyme from a wooden peg for a touch of old-world charm and an aromatic delight every time you step inside. Lighting plays a crucial role in setting the mood for a cozy space. In true cottagecore fashion, opt for warm, ambient lighting. Vintage-style lamps with lace-trimmed shades, flickering candles in brass holders, and fairy lights woven through a rustic ladder shelf create a magical golden glow in the evenings. If you're feeling creative, try making your own beeswax candles. Not only do they add a homemade touch, but their subtle honey scent fills the air with a soft sweetness, making your home feel even more inviting. One of my absolute favorite elements of cottagecore decor is the art of storytelling through decor. A well-loved book left open on a bedside table, an antique picture frame with a black and white family photo, or a stack of handwritten letters tied with twine. All of these small yet meaningful details tell a story of warmth and history. Try incorporating these little treasures throughout your home, allowing them to add depth and personality to your space. A home should feel lived in, loved, and filled with memories waiting to be made. The bedroom is where comfort takes center stage, and cottagecore bedrooms are all about soft, dreamy layers. A canopy bed draped in sheer fabric, a patchwork quilt handmade with love, and delicate lace pillowcases transport you to a fairy tale retreat. A DIY idea to try is creating a floral garland to hang above your bed. Simply weave together dried roses, eucalyptus, and baby's breath to form a whimsical, nature-inspired headboard. Pair this with a scented lavender sachet under your pillow for a restful, fragrant sleep. Spring is also the perfect season to bring a touch of cottagecore magic to your outdoor spaces. A small balcony, patio, or garden can become an enchanting retreat with a few simple touches. Arrange a cozy seating area with a vintage iron bistro set. Drape a soft knit blanket over a wooden bench and string up some fairy lights for an ethereal glow. A charming DIY project is to repurpose an old wooden crate into a rustic planter for herbs or wildflowers. Not only does it add a picturesque touch, but it also allows you to grow your own little garden, embracing the self-sufficient lifestyle that cottagecore celebrates. Creating a cottagecore home is about more than just decorating, it's about embracing a slower, more intentional way of living. Every vintage find, every handmade touch, and every carefully chosen detail work together to create a space that feels warm, inviting, and full of character. This aesthetic isn't about perfection, it's about surrounding yourself with things that bring you joy and a sense of connection to the past. Whether you're thrifting, crafting, or simply rearranging what you already have, know that each step you take is a step toward a home that tells your own beautiful story. So, my dear friends, as we welcome the fresh breath of spring, I encourage you to bring a little cottagecore magic into your home. Let your creativity flourish, embrace the charm of vintage finds, and create a space that feels like a warm embrace at the end of the day. I'd love to hear about your own DIY projects and how you're adding that cozy, nostalgic touch to your home. Until next time, happy decorating, and may your home always be filled with beauty, comfort, and a touch of vintage charm.